Good morning! You guys, I am so happy to be here today. Oh my goodness. If you guys do not know, this is the BYOB Morning Show. And today we are going to talk to you guys about how you can turn your bad things that's happened to you in the corporate world into profit, okay? It's not about to let no bad experiences happen to the little young ones out there because, we better. We done grew. Go to www.black. I done messed it up already. Why am I tongue-tied all of a sudden? If you guys could go to www.blackwomenequalpay. Go ahead and go there and share this broadcast. If y'all done been on here for 5 seconds that I've been talking, go ahead and share this broadcast for me. And then I have my beautiful co-host with me today. I have Rose right above me, Miss Verlin, and Shakita. All right, ladies, let's talk about the experiences in the work field that we have turned into, that were bad experiences for us, but we found the light at the end of the tunnel.
Absolutely. We absolutely did. And we want other people to be able to find the light at the end of their tunnel. Sometimes the things that are perpetrated against you in the workplace can really be humbling and they can really be hurtful because we spend more time at our jobs than we do at home. So because you spend so much time there, you tend to take that very seriously. And when someone or something happens that does not make your spirit feel good, it tends to make you take a second look at what you're doing. And that's what we are asking you to do this morning. Take a second look at what you're doing and where you want to position yourself and where you want to go from here on out. And one of the ways to do that is go to www.blackwomenequalpay.com. As Ebony said, please share the broadcast.
You know what, Rose? I forgot to mention, don't we got a contest going on for the most shares?
We sure do.
Y'all, I love winning things, so I'm not competitive, okay? But when things are simple competitive, I can do simple competitive. I just can't do like hard work competitive.
You want to tell them how to do it?
Yes, you guys. If you guys go ahead and share this broadcast, you guys will be put into a I don't know exactly how we're going to do it. If we're going to just pull names, we'll have a name and then pull the prize out. But there are different prizes that you can win. I know Coach has some things that she's going to offer you guys. We have T-shirts. What if you could be a guest on the show? Wouldn't that be great?
Possibly.
But hey, I ain't say it. I just put it out.
I tell you what, those out there in the land, let us know what prizes you would like to win. Let us know what would make you most happy to receive. Put in the chat. And when you're putting that in the chat, make sure now you put #shared and you share the broadcast, because one of the ways to win is the person who shares and invites the most.
And I'm about to, as soon as we get off of here, I'm gonna put a #share because y'all, I'm putting my name in that hat. Okay. Like I said, I don't do competitive.
Our names go in the hat too.
Yes, I can do simple competitive, and this is easy to do, just like it is when we are at our jobs. You guys, I served some time in the military, and one thing about the military is that you have your good with your bad with the I don't want to do. But I had to find a way to turn all that I don't want to do and all that negativity. And I found a way to make sure that, for one, I was never going to be put in that situation again. And for two, to be able to be voiceful on my experience, because I might have been able to help someone else in the military, whether it was a male or a female. I was 92 Yankee. And if you guys was Army, anybody in the comment section, that right there is supply. So in the civilian world, supply is known as logistics. So in the logistics world, being able to help out the ones that's coming in after me, or even the ones that's side by side, we can all be in the same room and get different vibes and different experiences. So all because we do the same thing doesn't mean that our experience was the same. And if I could teach thy neighbor my knowledge, that's a powerful tool. My good, my bad, my ugly. That is a beautiful thing, because you never know what somebody's going to hear from the lesson that you have to tell. That's the beauty of humans. That's why we're not meant to be alone. When you are alone and you're by yourself and you can't share your experiences and you can't verbalize how you don't have that communication, that right there that's not how we work. People say all the time, well, you was born alone, you meant to be alone. That ain't true. Because when nobody born alone, because everybody had at least one person in the room when they was born. That lets you know we weren't born alone. We're not meant to be alone. We're meant to share. So in the comment section, you guys, write down a bad experience. We want to hear y'all experiences. Write down an experience that you had in your work field. Let's go ahead. Let's get this conversation rolling.
Yes, let's get it rolling, because it is the end of the week.
Look, I don't even know what day of the week it is. I can't even lie. I just be going. I just be going.
And when you've worked on your job for so many years, I'm sure that there are some experiences that you've had that have happened to you that can encourage someone else, because they may be going through the exact same thing. When a supervisor calls you on the carpet in front of other people just to embarrass you, or in a meeting, you're trying to share your ideas and all of a sudden they just overlook you and brush you off. That can have a negative effect. But how do you turn that into a positive effect? Mm-hmm. What say you all?
I'm really big on seeing the glass half full. Let me tell you why. Because ultimately, don't nobody give a damn if you in a bad mood. Sometimes it's not about the mood that we're currently in. It's how you can feel yourself. See, when you can turn things around and you can see the good in things, a lot of times we think that that's the negative thing that we do. But that's not only is that a coping mechanism. Oh no, I'm echoing. But it's also a way to push through. So if that boss, because y'all, I'm not gonna lie, when I was in the military, I was doing push-ups all the time. My mouth was lethal. I ain't never knew the right thing to say because I was always saying the wrong thing. And instead of me looking like, well, I'm always gotta do push-ups, I said, well, that's all right, because one day I'm gonna be able to out push up y'all. And I used to be down there doing my little push-ups with my little attitude. But you know what that did? That made my arms strong. Okay, I had strong arms. They was fit. So I was always able to see the glass half full, because going through life seeing the glass half empty, that's gonna leave you sad, depressed, angry, upset, all of that stuff. And don't let nobody win, because that's what they want you to feel. If somebody out there to embarrass you, to make you look like boo-boo the fool, or any of that, they want you in that negative mindset. They want your day to be messed up. Y'all ever had an argument with somebody and you walk away from that argument smiling and they ready to knock you out because you smiling? Like, girl, I'm not even about to do this with you. And she like, what? You don't want to argue. That's the same thing with work.
Mm-hmm. Karen says, blame for something I didn't do, and my boss rolled up in my face in front of everyone and yelled at me with her hands in my face. Ooh, no, I'm sure that has happened to other people, and that can cause different reactions in different people. And how do you go about changing? How do you go about changing that?
Well,
Come on, Miss V.
You know, I'm holding it back and trying to phrase it just right.
I know.
Not all the time when you're in the workplace, when that sort of thing happens, um, should you voice how you feeling? I'm gonna say that nicely. Okay. And I do realize you must be coachable, but in all things be respectable.
Yes.
In all things. In all things be respectable. But when it comes down to your workplace becoming um, emotionally intolerant, okay, where you get to the point where every day you badger, just total disrespect, it's make a change. Because if you don't, that type of thing will fester in you because you're holding on to it and it'll grow. And as it starts to grow, you'll become bitter and you'll become discouraged. So we have to kind of know how to channel that thing, if you know what I'm. You have to know how to channel that thing. But I'm saying all this to say that you have options. And it's unfortunate that Miss Potter had to go through that. And she's not the only one. It happens, I'm sure, every day somewhere. But to know that you have options and to know that you have resources that you can go to for help to get out of those situations,
That's key.
that's an invaluable thing. A valuable thing. You can do it. People allow people treat you like you allow them to treat you. And if it's pain that they're inflicting upon you, may it be mentally, emotionally, or physically, it's gonna hurt that spirit. But you can heal from your pain. You can prevent a lot of that from happening. You just need the right tools. You need to be seek the right help. I just say it like that. Just seek help because it's available. You don't have to stay under that. Because if it happened once, it'll happen again.
Mm-hmm.
It'll happen again.
Mm-hmm.
This is why
Absolutely.
Coach Danielle is offering this grant that she has, this $1 million grant to help women to understand that they have options. We have options. We can either stay or we can move on. You don't all the time have to just stick and stay, as they say. You can stay for a while and you can move. If it's not for you, then no, it's not for you. Accept the fact that it's not for you and that you do have options and move on.
Right.
You don't want to get stuck in pain. You don't. Because if you're stuck in pain, you will feel like there's no way out. You can go to www.blackwomenequalpay.com, look over the various certifications offered, and apply to be a recipient of one of these grants. There's a $5,500 grant for a $6,500 program, and you just pay the 1,000.
That's
You
right.
most certainly are worth the 1,000. Plant that seed in you. And you don't have to pay it all up at one time. It can be broken down into payment, but you have to have that willing spirit and that willing mind that I can and I will and I want more.
Mm-hmm.
It's over here. It's over here. We're not saying, I'm not saying quit your job now, because that's not the way to do it. Anything you do has to be decent and in order. And you need to plan and prepare, right?
Right.
As you work, you plan and you prepare to make that move.
Yeah.
That's
You
it.
know,
You can go to www.blackwomenequalpay.com and just take a look at the certifications. See what Coach Danielle is offering. We all are coaches and get certified. Learn how to build your business. You learn how to build your business. I am the fear fighter. I teach women how to fight their fears. But before you learn how to fight your fears, the foundation is going to be laid as to how to build your business along with fighting your fears. The same thing with real estate investment. The same thing in industry. The same thing in building your business, building a brand, rebranding. How to leave your job, how to exit your job, we say. So it's so many different certifications you can take a look at and do something for you. www.blackwomenequalpay.com. It's only going to take a few seconds to clickety click, hit the link, look it over, and make a decision. That's the whole thing. You know you want more, make a decision to go get it.
Absolutely.
Y'all see Karen's comment? Because that comment right there is so powerful that I don't want it to scroll up too much. But she said, yes, I used to come and take my anger out on my family.
Oh, yeah.
And that's where I had to change. I left the company and moved to Virginia.
Right.
That comment right there, that hit home. Because I remember when me and my husband and I, we first started getting into the work field. I remember my husband used to get really frustrated at work, and he used to bring that frustration at home. And I was like, hold on. No. What we're not about to do is, and I had to nip that in the butt because that's not healthy.
But that's some of the things that happen when you get frustrated by the things that happen to you on your job, because you feel like you can't let it out there, you know, because you want to be respectful. You don't want to show your emotions per se. So then you bottle that up and you hold it in, and it can cause depression. It can cause you to come home. You may come home, you think, in the best of moods, but one little thing can set you off, and then the floodgates open. And when that happens is when you have to step back and say, is this really the best thing for me?
Right.
The thing about Karen is that she recognized it.
Right. Is this making a positive impact in my life?
Mm-hmm.
And like you said, one of you all just said, make a decision. You have choices. You always have a choice, even when it seems like you don't. You do have a choice, because if you make no decision, that is a decision.
And you know what, Rose, you're right. And if you're going to the workplace and that's happening to you, then maybe that's a signal that you need to look into something else. You know, that's not the only job in the world if you want to work a job. But those may be clues that there's something else that you need to be looking at. And people say, oh, well, I need to go to this job. I can't pay my bills. I got to keep going. I don't have any extra money. And, you know, I'm quoting the words that our coach said to us last night is you got to give your money an assignment. If you don't give your money an assignment, then it's going to go out everywhere. You don't know where it went to. And if you don't give it an assignment, you're always going to be chasing money. You're always going to be chasing money. So great with this free women grant. Yeah, that's 85 to 90% of it is already given to you. But you also have to have some skin in the game. And some people are saying, oh, well, I don't have that much because I'm just going from day to day and I'm just barely surviving to pay my bills. But you got to give that little piece of change an assignment so that you don't have to go to work and listen to those words from the boss. You don't have to be talked to, because you know they're not coming to get you. You don't have a bungee cord that makes you come back every day. You're walking in there and you're taking it. So how long will you take it before you make a decision?
Exactly.
And some people may want to be talked to like that. If that's them, let them have it. But if you're uncomfortable, then do something about it. Do something about it. Start planning your exit. And this free women grant is part of your exit plan. If you're unhappy on your 9 to 5, exactly, or you want to build a business, this is your exit plan.
And that's something that Coach talks about all the time is strategy. Let this be part of your exit strategy. And look
Right.
at Joanne. Joanne said, yes, I qualified for the grant and put down my down payment yesterday. There are so many grants to choose from. Congratulations, Joanne.
Yeah, congratulations,
Congratulations.
Joanne.
Congratulations. Welcome to the community. We are so looking forward, to working with you and connecting with you and you growing and making those choices for yourself. So go get funded. Visit the link at www.blackwomenequalpay.com and get funded today. Fill out the application, go through your interview. And first, before that, take a look around at what's being offered. What's being offered. Good morning, Dee. Good morning, Joanne. Joanne is on it this morning. Good morning, Karen. Thank all of you all for joining us this morning, Bridget. And I want to shout out to my special friend. Good morning, Patty. Glad to see you joined us this morning. Even when you exit, sometimes when you put your plan B in motion, some of those comments, I'm going to say comments, those unrespectable comments, those non-respectable comments, because in all things, regardless of what you say or what you do, regardless of where you are, like you said, Verlin, you should be respectful. You should be respectful of the next person and be respectful of yourself. But things go on in people's households, and a lot of times they bring that to work and take it out on other people. They may not have any say-so, any control in their household. So then they come into the workplace with that. But you don't have to take it. You can make a choice. You can make a choice. Because now more than ever, especially in this time that we're in, it's such a different time. It's such a different time. The world needs more leaders, coaches, and teachers and entrepreneurs. Because it's to rebuild a new normal. It's not going to go back to the way it was. It's not. And it's time out for all of that craziness and making people feel like they don't have choices and that they can't make decisions for themselves. You can. Even if they have you so afraid thinking that you can't. And even because we're committed, we're committed to paying our bills. We're committed to doing things decent and in order. We are. But right now, we're in a new time. Hell, nobody can pay their bills right now. A lot of people can't. So, you can't get blood from a turnip. So it's time to choose you. Make you the turn up. Make you the turn up to turn up. And invest.
Yeah, and don't live with regret.
It's time.
Yeah.
Don't live with regret. I think one of the biggest lessons in life that I've had to fully understand is that only I am in control of the things that I accept, the things that I allow, my feelings, and how I react. It's very easy and stuff to want to blame other people. But even when someone tries to put me in a situation where I'm uncomfortable or it's embarrassing, me stepping out of my character, that's what they want, because they want the world to see me in a negative light at that moment. And by me being aware that I am in control of me, myself, and I choose what I'm going to do with that. So that motivation of, oh my gosh, you just embarrassed me, I'm going to hold on to that. And when I come home and I'm working my business, I'm going to put all that into my business. Because guess what? Them people that's wasting all that energy to embarrass you, to humiliate you, to point out your flaws, they too busy doing that. They can't even work on themselves. And you just got to invest in you. And you have to realize that you are in control. And don't ever give someone else that power over you. Take that embarrassment, take that shame, take all of that, and put it back into you. And pour that out and make flowers out of it. And make fertilizer, great fertilizer. That way when somebody coming over to your garden, it smell good, it look good. That's where people want to be. Because that's possible. Don't let these naysayers you got naysayers at every turn. You got more naysayers in this world than you got positive people.
Mm-hmm.
You got more people out here that's going to doubt you and tell you how you should be doing you differently. No, you are in control of you. You can find a community that's going to pour into you. That way you can pour that into your garden. Go to www.blackwomenequalpay. Check out these certifications. Take control of you. Y'all don't, it's 2020. We have such a gift. Now, I mean, women have fought for this for decades. Look, there are 4 beautiful women on this broadcast right now, and each one of us owns a business. And we got some in the comments too. Women, the same women that wasn't allowed to work all those years ago, that was shame for all. We have an opportunity now to create our own legacies off of the stuff that we already currently do. Our day-to-day. It don't get no simpler than that.
But you know what, Ebony, you made a really good point just now, because you were saying, way back when it seemed like the choices and everything were limited. And as we know, and as we see, as time moves forward, things change. What used to be is not anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Things change and they evolve. Just like back then, women weren't allowed to vote. That has changed. With time comes change. And you have to be able to change with the times, or you become a dinosaur. You get left behind. And
Right.
now more than ever, it's time for us to make those changes so that we stay relevant. It's time to choose you, because in doing that, and how I see it, in doing that, in choosing you, you're choosing your family. You're choosing your wealth building skills. You are choosing your legacy. And as each day goes by, time moves forward, and you don't want to get left behind, because the only thing that you don't get more of is time.
That's right.
You can make as many choices as you want, but you need to make them timely.
Right.
You need to make them timely. What you all think?
I think you're right, Rosie. Time's gonna run out on everybody. Eventually, we're all gonna run out of time. But even if you spend a lot of time on the workforce, and I'm a witness to that, being somewhere for 37 years, it's not too late for you to change, a different direction. So even if you're already up in age and you think, well, I made a mistake and I'm just gonna stay here or whatever, until I retire to the end. No, you don't have to. You don't have to. It's not too late to get a different career, to earn money differently, to really live the dreams of what you want your life to look like, and not worry about what anybody else is saying. And that's why this grant is so great, because there's so many certifications. There's 12 certifications that you could choose for. In fact, you can even choose 2 of them. More to be certified in. And for somebody to give you a grant that's going to take care of 85% of it, and a grant is something you don't have to pay back. This is not a low interest loan. It's not a 30-year payment. It's actually being given to you. Everything else out there, some of these loans, they got to be paid back. And they want to know every penny you spent it on.
Sure do.
You'll be going to jail.
What you said, Chiquita? It's not a house. No, it's not a mortgage down payment.
And when you talk about women's rights to vote, women couldn't even own land.
That's right.
We got to take what's ours. And now it's time for us to take it. With this new world order that's going on, we got to take care of us.
Yes, you guys. I want to say thank you to my co-hosts. You guys are amazing. You guys have so much knowledge, and I really feel incredible to be on this board with you guys and to be able to share a message with the rest of the world. It is truly a gift. In the comment section, you guys, please continue to share this broadcast. And if you are watching the replay, go and put hashtag replay in the comments.
Yeah, because we said hi.
Yes, we've had a couple of questions. And even if you are watching the replay, go ahead and answer those questions because we love to read the comments afterwards. Yeah. You guys, thank you so much for tuning into the BYOB morning show. We will be back tomorrow.
Yes, tomorrow morning kicks off the weekend show. The weekend crew will be here live.
Yes.
Living color.
Yes, and before we close out, you guys, go to www.blackwomenequalpay.com. Go ahead, check out the certifications, invest in you, think about you. It's time for you to be selfish. We out. Peace out. Love, love, love y'all.
Bye, everybody.